Where do I begin? The fact that I've been lagging in streaming because of A, creative block, B, possibly the fact I haven't fully absorbed Kendrick's Super Bowl performance that could have killed Drake's career, or C, the fact the game's audio did not pick up on OBS and it only caught my fucking... Okay. So, here's the Fathom. If you don't know what that is, Past Hoppy will tell you. Here's the Fathom is an episodic psychological horror game where each episode unveils a short story narrated by the ones who survived. Thank you, Past Hoppy. That pretty much sums it up, and these are based on true stories, which is terrifying as well. I also tried to guess the year of the events that happened in the story, and I was off by 3 years. It takes in 2009, not 2012. That was a terrible estimation. I know I'm not the best at math, but the moment my paycheck is off 0.30 cents, I become Pythagoras. So, what can episode 3 possibly be about? Well, we play a boy named Noah, who's 18 years old, and had a previous conversation with his father about a small-time job for a night. A house-sitting job for 100 shekels. And I know what you guys are about to say. I would ask for 200 to 300. It was 2009, and that was a lot of money back then, even for an 18-year-old. So, the game starts off with doing laundry, and possibly one of the most comfiest and craziest backgrounds I've seen in games. I mean, look at it. This is the type of scenery you have whether you're either cozy, watching a TV, reading a book, or thinking about your life in general. I don't know about you guys, but I like rainy days and the vibes they give off.
When there's rain,
Oh god.
there's fun.
The series makes the people you see in the game petrifying, and the animation is perfectly crafted and aligned with certain moments that happen in-game, whether you receive in-game messages or certain lines to respond to their random NPCs. We eventually wake up and the father tells us to lock in. We're on duty, and the house looks great. Now, it's possibly my dream house. As we head upstairs, there's a security camera system that reminds me of a certain other franchise with security systems. He tells us to feed Zeke and check around the house, and I don't know why I'm getting a lot of RE7 vibes here. Maybe that game still haunts me, I don't know. Also, who puts their dog food in the basement? There should be no reason in a house this big. That should be there. You guys have a pantry for a reason. Shame on y'all. As we further progress in the game, Mr. Carson tells us we have grocery shopping to do as we silently ride the bike to the nearest convenience store. And my god, was it the most tedious side quest of all time. I swear, I had to look up guides which I swore off to get a genuine experience, but you are kidding me if I got all the items required and it still wouldn't let me purchase them. Before we leave the convenience store, there are two things we have missed. One, you can help the elderly lady get her... The other one is unavoidable. You find two of your friends from school and easily have one of the most genuine, most hilarious conversations boys in high school can have. MILFs! Oh, wait. Correction! Garth MILFs! Oh, and a little lore about a potential evil ex who might haunt us in the future. I'm looking at you, Flowers.
Oh, yeah. Not really. I'm just missing a lot, aren't I? Look at like 50% accuracy right there. 50. Maybe 45.
Before we chill out, Andy, one of Nate's friends, advises us to search up on Mr. Carson's computer Roy Carson divorce, and how Mr. Carson is going through a divorce and how his ex's fans are sending him death threats. And this will be important later, but I digress. And in typical Fears of Fathom fashion, an unknown stranger appears at the door. It's tradition at this point. And I immediately froze up. I possibly needed a new pair of pants, but I looked around. I was clicking on every camera to find out what the person was, and he has a bag. So I had to put on my big boy pants and go downstairs to peek under the curtain, like that one SpongeBob episode where Patrick goes, "Who are you people?" I skeptically opened the door, and it was just a pizza delivery guy. Just to make sure he wasn't gonna kidnap us, he gives us the street address, and immediately after taking the pizza, we get a message from Mr. Carson that he treated us to some pizza as a thank you for house sitting and doing some chores. WCO in my book, he blessed us with a snack of our choice and pizza, which 18-year-olds back in 2009 couldn't resist that. I mean, with the economy right now, we would ask for more money, but I ain't complaining. And eat like we have the munchies. For a bit, we look at Adult Swim shows that 8-year-old me would have been freaked out and haunted by nightmares that same night. I'm looking at you, Robot Chicken. I shouldn't have had internet access as a young kid. We also had a math assignment, and yeah, we just fully procrastinated that. And since we have nothing else to do, might as well do it, right? After a few minutes of doing homework, we are alerted someone is near the house, and I almost missed it for a second, but it was a woman, and she left us some flowers and possibly one thing I consider very scary. An unknown messenger telling us hi and what we had for dinner. Not the what we had for dinner part, just hi. Like, I don't know who you are. Every fiber of my soul left my body in that instance. So, we've been hit with the double whammy. First, I was sitting in the night alone, and B, a potential stalker. At least they were generous enough to give us flowers. I mean, I'll just go back to doing my homework. Nothing could go wrong, right? Me and my big mouth. I was not expecting that, to be honest. Then, the same unknown number messages us, telling us that we're ignoring them, we're being mean to them, and we're being immature. It has me questioning who could it be. At least the security system was working, and I had to grow the cojones to go downstairs and listen to my boy Zeke's barks to help me get around the potential danger. This is easily one of my favorite parts of the game, because I can feel my heartbeat so fast, it was playing the drums of liberation for a second. Making me think I was going to achieve actual tune force. I've never felt my heart like that before, and it was very apparent on stream, and unfortunately for me as well, I lost the flashlight. The only thing I could use in this scenario. Yeah, future hobby here. I completely forgot to say that we had a friend that might be pranking us, and his name is Turner. You know, the other boy in that little convo we had earlier in the convenience store. Yep, just forgot to mention it, so I'm mentioning it now, so y'all don't get confused. After we turn on the power, we get a message from Andy and tells us one message that shifts the tone of this game to its darkest. Dude, he's at my place right now. Now, shit is getting real. Whoever was in the house turned on the oven and has a different motive here. And I'm not gonna lie, I was cooked from this point forward. Any wrong move could have spelled my doom. And oh boy, I was not wrong. As you can see me panicking around here. I looked at the cameras and the door was opened. I scurried around the cameras to find out what the girl was, and she was holding a knife in the living room, turning the TV on and off. Then she made up her way to the stairs menacingly. I was stuck in a room with a book and nothing else. What was I supposed to do? I understand why everyone out of 4 Americans carries a blicky with them now, because of shit like this. And the dialogue preceding that does not make it any better. Deeper in the dialogue and putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And remember how I said that conversation with Noah's friends was important? If you asked the ex's name, her name was Kara. After she said she missed us, and yeah, getting the whole I missed us vibes from you holding a knife and bringing it to a house that isn't even ours as well. So once again, past hobby will show you how that ended. If I can't have you, no one else could. Yeah, let's run that back. So, we know the drill. Crazy Evil X on our way, and we have prep time. So, I waited and waited till she threatened to kill us. And at that moment, I took the opportunity I had. So I ran across from the room to the laundry room and peeked under the curtains to see her. And it's not a Fears of Fathom without the mic feature. So I held my breath for a very, very long time. The game makes sure the mic is hypersensitive so any noise could attract the attention, which you succeeded in that. I give my roses to you. So we only did the logical and smartest thing to do. We ran from that bitch and never looked back. After that, we get some insight from present day Noah and his thoughts from that night back in 09. He called the cops but when they arrived, she was gone. Kara was his ex-girlfriend and she was older than him, and they met on dating sites. I can never trust dating sites. There's always a catch to them. The catch here is that she was a drug addict and crazy. So that's 2 red flags. She was later questioned by the police, and what she did or say, no matter what, she was caught in 4K.
Not only did you do that, they got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me on the fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K.
After everything was said and done, she was sentenced for a very long time. Let me pull a Slim Shady and snap back to reality real quick. So, that was Fears of Fathom episode 3, Carson's house. And I gotta say, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It almost reached that 10 out of 10 status, but it was like a little seasoning, a little sauce, you know. I'm very glad small indie stuff is gaining support like this, because I'm all here for it. It shows that you don't need an iconic horror monster to chase you around the woods or an abandoned establishment. So if you want to support the creators of Fears Fathom, I'll put their link down below in this video. And so far there are 5 episodes. No, I am not repping for it. I've been playing way too much Marvel Rivals. I see you, I see the community, I see you a mile away. So if you want to support me, I'll put my links down below. And I think you already know how this YouTuber outro stuff goes. Come on, the platform has been here for what, 20 years? Who do you think I am? I've been raised by this. Well, with that all being said and done, I'm Javi Chum, and I'll see you around.